Hey guys, so this one is a suggestion from YouTube comment to do a video called What is holding me back and what will help me receive my blessings. Okay, so I'm going to turn on a bit more light. Okay. So yeah, meditate on 1, 2 or 3. Which pile are you? You can pause this video if you have to. Okay, starting with pile 1. Okay, pile 1. Let's send out a prayer to pile 1. First of all, that you will overcome whatever it is that's holding you back, that you will receive your blessings, that you will manifest with ease, and you will move forward with ease. And you receive what is yours by divine right. Thank you, Creator. It is done, it is done, it is done. Okay, what is holding you back, Valkyries? It can mean that for group 1, what is holding you back is the opinions and thoughts and behaviors of other people. So you have to learn to separate yourself from the group consciousness of the people you're around, because their opinions do not reflect reality the way that is your highest and best reality. So intuitive people especially, it's very important for intuitive people, and if you're on this channel you are most definitely an intuitive person. Some will be very psychic as well. You need to learn to go your own way and follow your own way. That is very, very important. So how do you, I'm just going to pull some more cards around this. Actually, just get some clarifications. Being afraid of other people's judgment. Free yourself from that. Just make yourself impervious. This is a download that can be very helpful. I'm impervious to other people's inappropriate judgment, inappropriate low vibrational opinions. I know the truth. I have created truth, perspective and understanding on how to make good choices on my life and how to move forward in the highest and best way with grace and ease. Thank you, it is done, it is done, it is done. Yeah, so you'd be afraid of being left out. That's block. That fear, once you have that fear, people on a subconscious level can pick that up. And they can actually use that fear to control you. Once you no longer have any fear of judgment or of being left out of things, people will not use any kind of tricks or manipulations, because they intuitively can pick up it's not going to work. I'm just gonna cast some runes as well. So as you can see, Rider here is hitting straight onto a rock. So for some of you, you could feel like you've been banging your head against a wall, basically. Like you maybe feel like your views and point of views are not being listened to. Maybe you feel like it's just a big roadblock. But if you shift your focus, you can see it's straight forward here to Pertra. Pertra is something coming that is very unexpected, but it's often, that's a blessing. So maybe it's something I'm going to pull a card for that, because I believe that could be the blessing. Let's have a look. So there is a straight path ahead, straight to your blessing. Baldur, rebirth. So you will have to, most likely for people in this group, you'll have a rebirth. So how will you move forward? How will you have this shift? You'll go in a new direction, straight to your blessing. You'll be completely new people around, very nice, loving, sensitive, understanding people. So let's find out more. How do you move forward to your blessing? Let's see. Freya. Soulmate, attraction, sensuality. So they're saying okay, some of you might have felt like you have to hide your beauty, hide your attraction, hide your sensuality, hide your charisma. But if you embrace all those qualities within you, you will start attracting people into your life, and you will also attract in a very beautiful relationship, or have some kind of rebirth in a relationship that is, if it is your divine soulmate, then it will be a blossoming of their relationship. Because it's almost like you've been hiding yourself away, and they don't want you to do that. They want you to embrace your qualities, and they want you to hold your head high. That's very important. Okay, let's also look in the dices as well. You will start attracting, especially if you start attracting soulmates, if you start attracting, if you start working on how, do you believe around how you on feeling attractive, feeling lovable, feeling beautiful, then you will receive your blessings. So Dan, you can even do that. So Dan, I'm beautiful, I'm attractive, I manifest with ease, I'm lovable, people love to be around me, I have good boundaries, I know what my values are, I know what I believe in, I know what the truth is. Thank you, Creator, it is done, it is done, it is done. The reason I add the truth, the values and beliefs in it is because people who know who they are, they know what their values are, they know what the truth is, they see truth, and it's easy for them to do that. They much easier can go into the Freya vibration. It's much easier for them. And these people here will have, they're on another planet suddenly. Okay, so you'll just, they will shift to be in your energy, or they will just not be, it will just change. It will just be a change in relationships or new relationships. Okay, so moving forward. Yeah, so some of you will have to do a little bit of grief work on relationships and friendships that maybe have gone sour. Okay, what else? And Ten of Swords. Yes, the relationships from the past, people from the past, they want you to do some cord cutting and start looking into the future. The people from your past that are meant to be part of your future will be in your future. But this is a time now for you to work on this Freya energy. Okay, what's the highest energy to aim for right now? The Tower. So that means, the Tower basically means you need to have some kind of a realization about something that you believed in, a structure, a system that actually is not in your highest good to believe in. And it could be because it's stealing away your personal power. So you need to work on being a stronger individualist. Actually, let's get clarification. That Sun is the individual. It is the inner child, alive and well. It's being connected to your spirit. It is making good decisions. It is being logical, and again, it has to do with truth as well. It's basically letting go of everything that is a lie and embracing truth. So there could have been a lot of things that you maybe bought into. That was a belief system that could have come from people you were around, or just the system itself, or where you were living. That was actually a false belief. And the more you start rejecting those beliefs, the more you go into the Sun, rebirth, Baldur energy. Okay. And here's your future King of Pentacles. So it will also make you very abundant. It will attract people that are abundant and prosperous. And for those of you manifesting love, this is most likely a soulmate then. King of Pentacles, a soulmate relationship. So if you are manifesting a female soulmate and you're a man, this could be the energy you be in. And you be able to, you have a lot of prosperity, a lot of gifts, you have a lot of talent, a lot of confidence. But even also if you're female and you're manifesting King of Pentacles, you going into this energy and becoming King of Pentacles, which is confidence, skill, ability, being good with money, manifesting money easily. it's actually supposed to be very easy for you to manifest money. And so they don't want you to have any guilt around money. Let go of guilt around money. Okay, let's see if we can get some clarification on that. Because one of your lessons I feel in this lifetime is for things to come to you very easily. So let's find out. Okay, what's the easiest way for them to manifest money? Okay, so you're meant to have your own business actually. 9 of Cups often shows up when people are business people. And 5 of Pentacles is when people need a lot of spiritual help. So I think part of your business could be giving help to people. It's giving help to people who maybe are in some sort of problems financially, or you're meant to give them a helping hand in some way, or you're meant to be a place where they can come and receive advice and guidance. So for some of you, I think it could be a spiritual business. Let's see. 6 of Cups. It could be helping children. For some of you, it could be you could actually be a teacher helping children. For some of you, it is creating good opportunities or creating experiences for people that are very, very enjoyable. So it could actually be working with young people, having some kind of business where they can come and play and have fun. It can be anything really, but it's basically helping people shift from 5 of Pentacles to 6 of Cups. For some of you, you help people sort out their finances, sort out all the chaos in their life. You're going to help people with who needs help in administration work. 6 of Swords often shows up when people are helping people whose lives is a complete chaos actually. So you're helping people take some charge in their lives. So for some of you, it will be a financial business. Some of you, it will be a spiritual business actually. So it will be a spiritual business and death reversed. Some of you will you will help people heal from their childhood traumas. Some of you will most likely also, for some of you, I feel like you're going to become hypnotherapists and do regression work and meditation practice for some. For some of you, that's going to be helping people with their childhood traumas. And also for some of you with the 4 of Swords, it's going to be healing. It's going to be physical healing as well. But let's find out some more. So you're meant to manifest abundance with ease. It's meant to come. Money is meant to come to you very easily. Let's find out more. What is your biggest blessing coming your way? Let's find out. Your biggest blessing. Let's find out. 8 of Cups. So you're going to help people. For some of you, you're going to figure out how to heal from codependency and help other people heal from codependency. You're going to overcome your own fears. That's going to be a blessing. The whole process will be a blessing. It's going to make you come alive. And you're going to be very popular, very successful, and everybody will cheer you on. For some of you, for those of you who have talents in sports, you are going to actually work in sports. You're going to be athletes. That's for some of you, okay? You're going to win a lot. So let's find out about the money. Manifesting money with ease. They're saying that's part of your journey here. To learn that, to have non-resistance, relationship, and a lot of you will change careers. Okay, Knight of Pentacles at the bottom. So some of you will get headhunted, you will get discovered, and you will get a lot of opportunities to go to a new career path. Ace of Pentacles, which again, it's a new career path. What you're learning now is to create order out of everything in your life that's been chaotic. But that is for some of you also the business model, or what you're bringing to a business. It is to create order and systems in place that will help, that will basically make things blossom and grow. And then we're getting Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is for those of you who really want a spiritual or creative business. But for those of you who are into more the business world, Ace of Cups basically just means that you're in the mindset of receiving, that you learn but whatever business you're in, learn to receive. Receiving is very, very important. This is past energy, Eight of Swords. In the past, some of you were hanging on to things that seemed harmless but actually entrapped you. So it could be relationships, friendships, systems that seemed harmless, and then maybe you thought you had to depend on them, but you didn't. There's been some kind of, maybe you're not fully aware of it yet, but in the pile 1, good has overcome evil in this pile. Because Wheel of Fortune is the ultimate card for good winning over evil. So for some of you, you might not be fully aware of how that there's been some kind of wheel that has, like the turning of the wheel has happened. So something has occurred. Maybe it's been behind the scenes, and something has been overcome, and you will know in the future what that is. But it will be very healing. And once you realize what it is, it could be information that you need, or information that you needed to come out, or it could be just something that you had a realization within yourself that you overcame things, and that became incredibly healing of your mind, body, and spirit. And I feel like, if for those of you who feel like you've been left behind, maybe you have been left behind, pushed aside, there has been the wheel has turned in your favor, but you might not be aware of it yet. So you're about to re-enter in again, and it's going to be very healing for you when that happens, okay? The environment is very changed, but I feel like with Nine of Pentacles, it has, where you're gonna go into, it's a place of confidence and success. That's the energy. And this could also be for some of you a partner or a spouse, or a future partner or spouse, that will help you soar. It will help you fly high, actually. Something, this is the wheel again. Like, this is the Wheel of Fortune, and here's Judgment. When you get Judgment in surprise position, and then you have Wheel of Fortune, it basically means the wheel has turned in your favor, and a situation that maybe seemed very dire is about to get rescued, okay? So that's very, very positive. And then we get Death. So that means some of you will understand business and how to use debt to never have to pay taxes again, because there are ways you can actually run business when you are a business owner and you understand how taxes work and things like that, because death actually rules taxes. You can actually use debt in your favor to buy assets, to earn money and things like that. So for some of you, you will understand how money works, and that will work in your favor to make you very wealthy. For others, you will learn how to run a business. You will understand how to be an accountant, basically, or how to do all the taxes, how to make that particular money system from a business point of view work for you. That's for some of you. Other people will go through a near-death experience, or you're coming out of a near-death experience, or it could be a spiritual near-death experience as well, like a complete change in everything you believe. That's often the case in Judgment next to Death. That will change how you look at life, life after death, spirituality, religion, everything. So you're basically going through you are in the valley basically at the moment, metaphorically speaking, and you're coming out of it, and you are learning to deal with it basically, and you're learning to just embrace life in a completely new way. And it will change how you look at money, and how you even want to make your money and earn money and everything. For some of you, you could have dealt with death and dealt with losing somebody, and you're grieving that person. But if that's the case for you, I feel like the person that you lost is this Nine of Pentacles person. Because that's them saying that they're in spirit and they're flying high. So that's for those of you who lost someone, okay? Okay. The Star. So for a lot of you, you're doing a lot of healing. There's been heartache in this pile. But there's also communication that's coming in, and also communication that you have received that will, for some of you, really completely change the course of action for you and your life. And the next journey for you, you will learn so much. What you're going to learn in this journey, you're working for knowledge, but what you're learning will set you up for the future. Okay, so that's why everything happened, was to set you up for the future. So when you look back, you'll understand that the wheel, even though it could have been a challenge, the wheel was definitely turning in your favor. And maybe you're looking for the authority. Where is the authority? Where are the leaders? Where are the people who are meant to do the right thing? Where are those people? But they're not there. What is there is people like you. You are there. And you will learn to grow and become that authority, become that person that knows how to do things, that knows how to lead, that knows how to take care of everybody. So they're teaching you how to become a leader. That's what's going on here. You are becoming a leader, a very strong leader. So you have to relearn so many things and recondition. Basically, your spirit team are reconditioning you. So it's been a real cycle here. But don't run away from love, I'm hearing. Don't be afraid of love. That's the message also I'm getting for you guys. Okay, guys? And also feel free to check the other piles. If any of the other piles you were drawn to, there might also be a message for you there, okay? Bye! Okay, pile 2. And prayer to you that you will let go of whatever is holding you back in the highest and best way, with grace and ease, what is no longer serving you, that you will receive your blessings, what is yours by divine right, in the highest and best way, with grace and ease. Okay, Creator, show us what is holding back pile 2. Okay, Njord, safe haven, spiritual friend, journey overseas. So it could be that you feel like you live in the wrong place at the wrong time, and for some of you even with the wrong people. Some of you could be very drawn to another place. You want to go somewhere else, you want to live somewhere else. And maybe you feel like where you're living right now you can't blossom. And it doesn't have to necessarily even be overseas, it can just be somewhere else from where you are right now. Okay. Get some clarification, Creator. Show us. Okay. So you could feel very drawn to another language for some of you. Maybe you speak another language, or you want to learn another language. You feel drawn to another culture. It could be past life actually, that you're actually thinking and dreaming of this other place because it's actually part of your past life, but it could also be part of what you're meant to do, part of your divine timing. Okay, let's find out some more. So it could be your belief system is much more, because this is a Hierophant, which often speaks of someone's beliefs. Your belief system, and especially maybe your spiritual beliefs, is much more aligned to another place, another culture. It could also be for some that you have a spouse that's from another place, or you know intuitively that your future spouse is somewhere else than where you are now. Maybe that you have a long distance relationship, that's for some of you as well. And also I feel like this just too fell out, that you feel on an intuitive level that where you need to be to grow is a specific place for your soul growth, and then you will purify your soul and you will meet your soul family. For some of you it's someone very specific that you have in mind, okay? That's for some of you. Now let's go and look on Tarongi. I have a list here of countries, so I'm just doing this, but if you're thinking of a completely different country than I'm saying now, you only take what resonates, okay? So, but I'm gonna go on my list of places, and okay, so for some of you, what I'm getting is, wherever you are watching this, some of you have a connection to a European country other than the country that you're in right now. So it's Western Europe is calling out. That's for some of you. Just take what resonates, okay? But the Hierophant can speak of, as location, it can actually speak of Europe. So let me have a look again. What other places? Is there some other places too? Other places I'm getting is Oceania, which is Australia, New Zealand, and North America. So some of you will move, so wherever you are at the moment, there are other places. So basically with Europe, Oceania, and North America. So take what resonates, okay? But that would be for a big pile of people in this group. So the first place that came up was Europe, especially Western Europe. Okay, so what do this pile 2? Okay, Creator, what do pile 2 need to do to move forward, to receive their blessing? You need to focus. And at the bottom is Sleipnir. And Sleipnir, again, it speaks often of a journey. Sometimes it's astral travel, but it could be that you are astral traveling to this other place. A lot of people will have an increase in their living status and in everything in their life once they move, actually. So it's another place that will embrace you. So they say to focus and start getting the wheels in motion, how to put all this in place. And ask the Creator that you get to do this in a safe way, that it's a smooth journey ahead, a safe haven for you, that you go where you are going to be the happiest, where your soul will be the most fulfilled, okay? Okay, is there anything else? This particular move will be for many of you a healing journey, where you will turn something around in your life in a big way. So let's have a look. Also in the card. So how can pile 2 start manifesting and start moving towards their safe haven in their life, where they are going to be safe, loved, they will be valued, they're going to be, things will fall into place in their lives. So it's a place where you are very connected to the indigenous. You might be very drawn to the indigenous population of that place. So for example, if you're drawn to Australia, you might be reading about Aboriginals. If you're drawn to North America, you might be reading about Native Americans. If you're drawn to Europe, you might be learning about the indigenous population of the country in Europe that you are drawn to. Or maybe even old civilizations, sacred places, some very sacred places. You might be very drawn to sacred monuments in those countries. Maybe you have dreams about them. Maybe you have specific visions and you're just very, very drawn to certain places that are very specific, that are considered by the indigenous population to be very holy. You might have some regrets. Let go of regrets, they're saying. Ace of Cups reverse speaks of emotions that we feel that we want to give up because we have regrets. So let go of regrets. I'm going to pull a card for letting go of regret. Creator, please help pile 2 let go of all regrets. Because regret will hold you back. So let go of regret. Let go of... Also, I feel with pile 2, some of you do what you think is right, but it's right because you want to please someone else, but then it makes you feel emotionally unfulfilled. So this fell out. And you need to be fulfilled emotionally. So you need to follow your own light, your own inner guidance. You have to go your own way. Similar to pile 1, actually. And your confidence will improve when you do that, and you start appreciating yourself more. For 6 of Pentacles is kind of when we do play small to make other people feel comfortable. That's when it's reversed. I'm going to turn that around turn this around as well. People do understand, but don't feel need to explain too much. You don't need people to understand as long as you understand. For some of you, this is similar also to pile 1 in some way. You are gonna, there's a teacher in you, I feel. And you're gonna be with someone who has very similar beliefs to you. 4 of Wands, but bottom card is Queen of Wands. So this is a place where people understand you. Because for some people in this pile, you were very misunderstood where you either are now or something happened in your past. But where you're going, you're going to be where people understand you, and you're going to be with someone or have some kind of renewal in your life. If you are already in a stable relationship, then this will blossom in a new place. But I feel like for a lot of people in this pile, you're gonna, if you're single, you're gonna manifest love. And this relationship, where you're going, you're manifesting this relationship in the place that you're manifesting, where you're going. So it's basically you're drawn in your heart to your soulmate who's in this location. That's why it's so powerful. That's why it's very, very powerful. I want to ask the runes as well for clarification. Let's say you can manifest this within the year, because yera means year. Some of you are already in a relationship, and maybe you are long distance and you want to be with each other. Some of you, if you're in a relationship and where you are now, it could be that there are unexpected changes happening where you will move. So this relationship will actually take you somewhere else. And it's a bit unexpected because we get paired here. So for some of you, you might not realize what's on the horizon coming, okay? So let's look also in the Celtic cross. So we want to see, okay, what we want also is what is the highest energy, expression, vibration for pile 2 to aim for right now. Queen of Wands. So that's the teacher, spiritual teacher. Anything you know well, because most people here in this pile have some kind of skill. Or you are learning some skill, or you're going to, but you're going to be an expert and you're going to teach it. But you're going to teach it in a way that it actually enlightens you spiritually. So for many people here, you are a teacher, spiritual teacher for some. Some of you are very creative, and you're entrepreneurs, some of you as well. So we get justice reversed. So again, that has to do with letting go of regrets, letting go of the past, letting go of, maybe you have to be someone else to fit in. That was pile 1, but they want you to let go of that particular mask, and they want you to stand firm in your beliefs and your values. 10 of Swords again, letting go of guilt, regret, sadness, grief. 2 of Wands reverse. So 2 of Wands reverse shows up often when someone made a bad decision. So maybe you went against your own intuition. So the highest, and that's where the regret comes in. So for those of you who this resonates, what they're saying is the highest lesson now, the highest vibration, the highest energy you hold now is that you follow your own intuition. You learn to follow your own intuition, because that is God's light, the Holy Spirit guiding you. You ask the Creator to make it stronger so you can feel it. It's very strongly, you can't deny. And then it's safe, and you will know how to move forward, and you will have no doubt in what to do and how to move forward. There could be a lot, you just need to let go of some negative emotions around decisions you made in the past. That is what you need to let go of. Okay, show us, Creator, show us. In the Celtic cross for pile 2, how they're going to manifest, how they're going to be this beautiful spiritual teacher. Some of them are already, whatever they're teaching, they're going to bring so much happiness to people. They're teaching from the heart, from their spirit, when they're true to themselves. Okay, so the Empress speaks of someone who's very, very intelligent. The fox cannot be lied to. And she's very confident and very attractive because she has this confidence because she has this understanding on human nature, how things work. She cannot be lied to, she can't be manipulated, so that's why she does so well in all areas. This particular manifestations of the Empress in your life, it has been a slow manifestation, but it had to happen slow, because there was things that had to be put in place. And if it happens too fast, it can actually be very dangerous to the psyche of a person. So it was a slow awakening, a slow letting go, a slow emerging of you. And some of you are just completely different now from who you used to be. How long ago could I show us? I'm just going to see if I can see some of you. See, we get, you went through some kind of portal that turned you into the Empress. It could have been a time period in your life where you just went through this awakening, where you're a lion, a lioness, and you're not like other people. Actually, you're different, but you're different because you went through this initiation. It was a spiritual initiation, and for a lot of you that involved a relationship, okay, lovers. And for some of you it also involved overcoming manipulations, betrayal, narcissistic abuse. That's for some of you, okay? And you know that what you have to do now is to go on your journey. The Chariot often means traveling. But I feel like for many of here, you get 7 of Wands, you have been a teacher for a while. You've been a spiritual teacher, even if it's just saying the right thing at the right time to the right person who needs to hear what that is. But for a lot of you, I feel like you've been on this journey for a while now. And you learn to master your own emotions. And for some of you, there is more, there is a bit more you have to confront. Because you can see in 5 of Wands, there is people here that wants to fight, they want to argue. They need something, like they want something from you. And you get Knight of Cups. I feel like for some of you will be artists actually. Very sensitive, very also when you see this kind of conflicts, arguments, you want to bring people peace. You see the unhealthy competition and you want to help people find their individuality, believe in themselves, so they don't feel like they need to fight each other all the time. Someone near you, and for those of you who are in a relationship, this can be a partner. If you're single, it can be a future partner. They have a very strong idea, a very grand idea that they're gonna develop, okay? And the same for your future is taken care of. Your future, you have security in the future. That's what they want you to not fear for the future. Because what you're going to undertake is something that's a bit public. It's a bit of a public role for a lot of you. And it's not something easy either. Some of you are already working on it right now. Because this is the bridge that is the 4th bridge in Edinburgh. It's a symbol of something that is a magnificent design. It's something that was built that was very difficult to build. It's not something easy. So you've undertaken a difficult kind of lesson in this lifetime. Let's find out more. But you're a spiritual healer. And many of you will be healers, and some of you will have businesses, but the business is of the sort of kind that you're constantly manifesting abundance. And you provide something that helps people overcome their more negative emotions here. The devil here, 5 of Wands, like their unhealthy competition. It's like you could help people see the bigger picture of things. It's a very competitive environment. And a lot of people are losing themselves in this particular environment for whatever reason. And only people with integrity survives here. So you know what field you're in. Hermit, so spiritual teacher, mentor, teacher of all kinds. Some are readers, some working on the sixth plane, doing astrology, tarot, numerology, readings of all kinds. Some are writers, poets, musicians. Some do animal communication. Many spiritual teachers here in this pile. Many spiritual teachers. And because you're a spiritual teacher, whatever field you're in, there's a lot of competition and a lot of what you're learning is to make yourself impervious to lower vibration that attacks people like you. Okay, so 9 of Wands. You are learning. Your lesson right now is to, and your blessing will be to find a safe haven to live, and where you are aligned very much with the people that you're around. Well, and also you have spiritual protection. And you can have roots here. You can save. You can have savings. You know, like you can let things grow. You can invest. Some of you will be writers, even journalists for some. So some of you will be master sales people. And some of you will be in some kind of spiritual work. And you are mastering business and the spirituality, and that's also what you're learning. Some of you will be readers, and you're learning how to tell people the truth in a way that is kind, gentle, but also honest as well, in a way that heals people's hearts. Some of you have had people taking advantage of your money. You've had people stealing from you, and that's what I mean. Like, some of you will go somewhere and rebuild your life, and you will even rebuild your bank account, because for some of you, you've had people actually taking a lot from you, and that's where you get the star, the healing card. What you are learning, what your spiritual lesson is now, is trust. Trust. Who to trust, when to trust, how to trust. How far to let someone come close, and in what way. Because the sword here means that some people were cut off. And a lot of people got cut out, because I don't see court cards here right now. You had to really learn to stand on your own 2 feet. Some of you face people that were like the devil, okay? The most important card here is the Hermit. And when you understand that it was always meant to lead to the Hermit, you understand that there's nothing to have regrets for, because this was the destiny. This was the purpose, was the Hermit. So you were meant to have a lot of solitude. You were meant to be drawn to another place for a lot of you. You were meant to have this solitude, spiritual awakening. And it doesn't mean you have to be alone, but it just means you have to be very discerning on the people in your life. And that it could have been very confusing for some of you for a while. So the public role that I'm seeing does not mean that people can get close to you. It just means that a lot of people will see you. They will have access to you to some extent. But not privately, they won't. Privately, be a very private person. And there's part of what the work that you do that they'll never see. That's almost secret, I'm getting. Okay, why is it secret? Better. There's some work that you do that will be in the media. But I think you might choose for some of you to be very anonymous. And that has to do with the attacks and the controversies. Because I think in this party there could be controversies. What else? Anything else? You will have a soulmate relationship. So if you're single, this is coming in, and that will be of great support to you. Great support and a safe haven for you. This relationship will be a safe haven. So this relationship will evolve, and it will be very, it will be like, you know, two hearts connected here. Let's see what I... Queen of Cups, and this relationship will teach you to trust, to heal. It will open you up psychically as well. Let's find out more. For those of you who, yeah, so this divine masculine, divine feminine here. This would be most likely marriage. This is wooing, pet, wunjo, I mean, joy, happiness. So you give, I feel like for a lot of people here, you let a lot of things go. You have to rebuild your life again. And whatever you're working on now, it's for the benefit of people. It's very spiritual, but it's also not easy. I don't think it's easy work at all. Any clarification on that? It's very competitive, and it draws controversies. But it is financially, it will reward you. But you're connected here to a soulmate, so you're gonna have someone right there supporting you. You might already, so you have nothing to fear in that regard. Like, you have someone that is truly gonna back you up every step of the way. Destiny, see, this was destiny, and it will make you stronger. It will make you braver, and good will overcome evil. That's the ultimate message of this card here, of this the Wheel of Fortune. It's actually that truth prevails, goodness wins over evil. Yeah, it's like God's divine will conquer, and everything that's of low vibration, everything that's of deception, everything that's of that's based on a lie, that's based on greed, it's gonna die. It's not gonna make it. So that's why all you have to do is to focus on what you're doing. Don't get distracted too much. Have an awareness of what's going on and know the truth about it, but don't let it drag you into it, in the conflicts of it all, because I feel like the message here is that God's divine will take care of this. And this is kind of like walking on the, you know, the Two of Swords, that the balance, the lady that was walking on the rocks. It's like you're balancing here your path very carefully every step that you take. And some of your work will be secret, I do feel that. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and also check out the other piles if you feel guided to do so. Let's bless your pile as well with a prayer that whatever is holding you back is released, that you let go of everything that's no longer for your highest and best, that you move forward in joy and happiness, that you will receive your blessings in the highest and best way with grace and ease. Thank you, Creator. It is done, it is done, it is done. Okay, show us pile 3, Creator. Okay, what's holding you back? Mixed feelings about something, not knowing how you feel about something that might have run its course, and you meant to have some kind of turnaround in your life, but maybe you are waiting to see, maybe you are a bit hesitant. For some, you could have to deal with low vitality, low energy. Maybe you feel like you've been stuck, and that's became like a program. So let's find out more. We get a card from the tarot cards to just give clarifications. Okay. Alright, Creator, show us, Creator, this one. Okay, so this is an 8 and this is an 8, and sometimes with the number 8, this is 8 of Pentacles, you go round and around in a circle, and with 8 of Pentacles you meant to work for knowledge. But if this is about your work, then maybe where you are now, you learned everything, or you're not growing maybe. So now we get another 8, so 8 of Swords. 888. So there could be that you're meant to grow in your work life, in your career, and maybe for some reason you're not. So you need to reinvent yourself. That's what they're saying. So let's find out more what you should aim for. This is advice from the cards. Only take what resonates. Let's see what the cards say to aim for. Okay. Work for knowledge. Once you have, okay, give you the download. Use your free will to accept or reject this download. I know how to work for knowledge in the highest and best way with grace and ease, in a way that gives me joy and happiness. And I also make plenty of money. Let's put that in there as well. Thank you, Creator. It is done, it is done, it is done. So you're working for knowledge in Eight of Pentacles, and with this Hella card, it could mean that you just feel like you're not learning in your job. Maybe it's something in your life as well. You feel like you're just not growing or learning. It's not interesting anymore. Let's see what to aim for here. Yeah, Draupnir. Draupnir is abundance, generosity, security. So you're meant to be in somewhere where you're earning plenty of money. Could be passive income actually, because sometimes with Draupnir that's what it means. Let's see, get clarification. Three of Cups reversed. Okay. Three of Cups reversed can mean that where you are now is very toxic. As well, so for some of you, you're in a toxic kind of work environment. But Draupnir can mean passive income, because Draupnir is Odin's magical ring that just keeps replicating itself. So it's like abundance, like a gold ring, so you just get more and more gold. So learning to print your own money, setting up an asset or a system that you are earning passive income. You're not actually putting in the time and the effort and the work. But then you're earning money, and then you don't have to actually do the job anymore. Then you can move on to something else, because this system is already making money. So they're basically saying to put in some kind of passive system, passive income system, or some kind of investment. Invest in something that way you will get good returns. That's what they're saying. So, and it's something you're very passionate about. It's something that gives you joy, because Knight of Wands is something that you have a burning passion and desire for. So it can also mean a job that you do that pays really well, that you can do heaps because you're so passionate about it. It can also mean sporting and competition and athleticism. It can also mean that. But basically they want you to think of earning money that's passive income as well. Okay? So start thinking about ideas, or some of you might already, and you can expand on it as well. Okay, Fairy shows another card for moving forward. So you got the Draupnir. I'm just going to put that there. Healing your financial life. Okay. For some of you, you're going to be for some of you, it is sport, athleticism and fitness. That's for some of you, okay? But let's also see what else. Okay, get a card that will give us more understanding. Six of Cups. Could be a childhood dream you're going to realize. There are also, they're saying, good friendships, and for some of you, you're going to partner up with someone like the Knight of Wands. You have different personalities, you yin and the yang, but you blend together beautifully. It could also be someone that you will learn from, that someone will teach you something, that's like a mentor to you as well. Okay, that's also what it can mean. But it's almost like your energies together creates abundance. So it could be a friendship or a romantic relationship, okay? So, what's the highest vibration energy that pile 3 can go into right now to help them manifest. Show us, Creator. 5 of Wands. So 5 of Wands means individuality. 5 of Wands means competition. It's a lot of competition, but when it's advice, it means do not back down from competition. Do not back down because there's a lot of other people who want the same thing as you. Don't back down because you're the individual. And what you are learning here is to be brave to go into competition and believe that you can still win even though there is heaps of competition. Let's get some more. So sometimes with justice reverse, it means that we hung up in injustice that has happened. And we feel like we're never going to get justice. And then we get out of shape, and then we get the mindset get kind of confused because we don't have clarity, because we get hung up in something that wasn't right. So let's get some clarification of 3 of Wands. Okay, so take everything you learned from this situation and see what there was a specific problem, but the answer is you are going to create a solution where that particular problem was, and that is for some of you going to be how you communicate. It's going to be part of your entrepreneurial ideas, it's going to be part of your work, it's going to be part of your business, it's going to be freelancing for some. It's actually going to be how you actually move forward, because you realize what the problem is and now you are finding the solution. Okay, give us some more about the solution, Creator. Yeah, so for some of you, you're going to teach. Queen of Wands is teacher. It's also entrepreneur and someone who creates a brand. So that's passive income then again. So it can also be that you create a product that's a solution to a specific problem. That's for some of you, okay? So let's find out more. Yes, it's a long road for a lot of people, and you have identified how, for some of you, I feel like you've identified how to do something in a simpler, easier way. But for some of you, you're going to also help people through the journey. So it could be for some of you, you're going to coach others, you're going to teach others, and you're going to help others overcome something or train them in a specific area to take them to where they need to be. Three of Swords. Some of you, for some of you, 3 of Swords can in some cases mean music. So it can be for some of you, you'll be music teachers. That's for some of you. Or you're going to create music. The World. The World shows up when that is also a card for someone who is a teacher often as well, because it's something that the world really needs to learn. They need to hear something, they need to see something, and you're going to bring something to light. But it could be, for some of you, you're going to write, for some of you it's freelancing. 9 of Cups, I think a lot of people will do this again. Your blessing could be, your wish basically will come true. So something that you always wanted to do. For a lot of people, that is 9 of Cups is someone who is a business owner, or they're working in their dream job. Okay. Page of Pentacles reversed. So basically what they're saying, avoid any kind of environment where people are very snobbish. Because I feel like there's some people have been very misunderstood. Some people have been misunderstood to the point where they're actually coming to you for help. They're seeking you out for help. And it's very important to listen, because I feel like in this group you're going to listen to people who have been turned away, and they shouldn't have been turned away. And it created 4 of Cups mentality. The 4 of Cups mentality is kind of Hella, you know, it's the first card we got. It actually created the stuckness. It's like giving up because you basically the feeling of not being listened to, not being heard, and it's just too hard. But in that, because there's so many people who do need to be listened to, who do need to be heard, identifying that, then you can create the solution. You can create the solution by talking about it, by listening. by producing something around it. Okay, I'm going to do the full I'm going to do the full Celtic cross. Bottom is King of Pentacles, which means a lot of people want to be independent, completely independent financially. Some of you could have felt like you were dealing with toxic people or very challenging people, and it's again feeling like you're butting your head against a wall, not being listened to, being misunderstood on purpose, having your words kind of twisted around, that kind of thing. And it has been problems with work. So it could be having toxic colleagues actually. But yeah, because this is 3 of Pentacles. And then in advice you're getting for the Emperor. 4 is in the major arcana card is the Emperor. And it basically means self-employment or high up in a very big institution. People, you can either get promoted in the job you're in now and getting away, or going to another company but getting a really high position, or a very good position where you get to be very independent, or your own business. Because a lot of you have very many creative ideas. Ace of Cups. And here again, Knight of Cups, poet, musician, actor, business. But in business, when Knight of Cups is business, it's often business as in you travel for business. And but but they're saying 3 of Swords is facing something that's been challenging, where you have to, something you have to communicate. That's very important. Because communication is the most important thing to you right now. You get that with Page of Cups. So this is a partner or a future partner, 10 of Cups. So it could also be that you need to listen to someone in your family that has a lot on their heart. Someone you need to talk to. There's going to be justice. There's going to be resolution. But we also get 5 of Swords, which is abuse. It's a very abusive card. It means someone trying to control someone else. So your blessing will come to you when you don't let anyone control you anymore, and you don't basically when you stand up to bullies in your life, and remove yourself from bullies, remove yourself from very toxic, domineering kinds of people. Let's get a Queen of Swords reverse. It could be a very toxic, mentally challenging, evil in some cases personality here in Queen of Swords reversed. So your lesson is to cut the cord with this person, complete the lesson, make yourself impervious to this person. You can do that through a download creator, make me impervious to this person. Move away from the drama of this particular individual. And what you have to do is either know how to stand up for yourself or remove yourself, they're saying. So let's have a look in the runes as well. Actually, why is this happening? Let's find out why is this happening. Okay, the Hierophant reverse means it's hypocrisy. It's someone who says one thing and does the other. Someone who pretends to have values but has 0 values. So you're dealing most likely with a morally bankrupt person who is spiritually dead. Let's find out more in the runes. There is going to be luck in this situation actually. This is a cycle that I feel is coming to an end. But it's like the sun is going to shine again. You might seem like it is far away at this stage. But we get Gebo here, so there's a gift here. But we see Yera, which is basically a year cycle. It's been back and forth, back and forth. It's going to just be a cycle that goes and goes. But we get notice here, which is it's basically luck. It's basically going like this, hoping for the best, but it's a lot of luck. It is your needs basically. So there's something you're getting out of the situation that also fulfilling some kind of need, But they want, if you go into the Berkana energy, which is when you're planting yourself as a seed and you start growing, you no longer need this drama with this particular person, or maybe there's more than one person. So let's see, what is the need that gets fulfilled? You can be resolving some childhood stuff. Let's find out. What is the particular need that's being... You stop dreaming, they say. And maybe in some people thought that this was as good as it was going to get. That maybe they feel like they're meant to just deal with this situation. It's not going to get better anywhere else. Also, I feel like you thought you could maybe reason with this person. But you stop dreaming. So ask her to give you back your dreams, and that you know that things will get better somewhere else. Things can get better. Because 7 of Cups reversed is when people no longer have that place in their mind that they can escape to. It's just, it could be too toxic in the environment. So set up the boundaries, because you're very much in service here. But you're in service so much that it could be taking a massive toll on you. So, Thor. Yeah, time for action, time for adventure, and time for exercise. So for some of you, you're going to be in a very physical industry. It's going to be action adventure and full of action, full of adventure. And whatever was going on in this other situation, here's the bottom, so you see it gets doubled up. So I feel like it was jealousy actually. How's the quickest way to resolve this and have an ending to this particular situation? Chaos, deception, anger. You've seen through the mask, but lucky means if you stand up to yourself, this person will back away. Yeah. Lucky and Hella. So you can show a more assertive facade, but ultimately I feel like you will walk away from this situation. Or when you do show a more assertive facade, it will end the situation that is toxic. It will create more harmony. 4 of Pentacles with Knight of Swords. I feel like this person who's doing this to you actually is doing it. They're doing it to get attention because they want to have some kind of relationship with you. So for some of you, it could be someone who has feelings for you, or they want to have some kind of friendship with you, or they want to be in your life somehow. And this is their very distorted way of communicating that. They don't know how to communicate it in a positive way. They do it in that, but always challenging you all the time. Okay, pile 3. Hope this resonated. And also feel free to check out the other piles. Bye!